Number one, it says list 2 physical properties and 2 chemical properties. So let's just make a table here. Physical, chemical, give me 2 physical properties.
Color,
Color, what else?
volume,
Sure, volume. 2 that are gonna be something important for us to use, density, melting point, I guess 3, boiling point, would all be physical properties too. Okay? And they're physical properties we could use to then go back and identify the substance. Whereas volume, we couldn't really use to identify the substance. We couldn't say, okay, we've got a metal that has a volume of 10 cubic centimeters, what is it? That doesn't help us at all, right? Okay, but these other ones might. What about chemical properties? What are 2 chemical properties?
flammable,
Okay, flammable. What else?
freaking rust,
Okay. Whether it rusts or not. How about reacts with, I'm going to be generic here, reacts with an acid, some sort of acid, that would be a chemical property as well. On number 2, so identify the following as physical properties or chemical properties. So I'm just going to put a P or a C out to the side. So letter A reacts with water. Is that physical or chemical? Chemical. Okay, so chemical property is something that can change the substance, right? Change it to something else. Letter B is red.
physical,
Physical is shiny and silvery.
physical,
Melts easily.
physical,
Boils at 100.
physical,
Is non-flammable.
chemical,
Chemical. Okay, even though it's non-flammable, it's still chemical. Has a low density.
physical,
Did you say physical? Okay. Tarnishes in moist air. Chemical, because that's going to change it. So let's talk about 5 through 7 also. I'm going to erase this. Number 5. Well, let me give you, they give you the equation D is equal to M over V. We're going to rearrange that and make it easier to solve. I'm going to use this. M is equal to V times D. I have to use a little bit of algebra to do it, but you can solve for all the parts on that easier than you could by rearranging it the other way. So number 5, calculate the density of a rock that has a mass of 454 grams and a volume of 100 cubic centimeters. So our mass is 454, volume is 100. If we're trying to solve for D, how do you move the 100 to the other side?
You divide that into
Divide by 100. Okay, just like that. And so you get density is equal to 4.54 grams per cubic centimeter. I'm going to circle that because I know that's our answer. Make sure you show the work for that too. Number 6, calculate the density of a substance in a sealed 2,500 cubic centimeter flask that is full to capacity with 0.36 grams of a substance. So our mass is 0.36, our volume is 2,500. So to solve for D, divide both sides by 2,500. And you get the density is, I think it's 0.00014 grams per cubic centimeter. So that's a very, very small density. And then number 7, a sample of copper has a volume of 23.4 cubic centimeters. If the density of copper is 8.9 grams per cubic centimeter, what's the copper's mass? So we're trying to find mass. So mass is equal to 23.4 times the density, which is 8.9. If you multiply those together, somebody have that?
208.26.
Okay, I'm just going to write 208 grams. So those are all the answers to properties of matter. And we will have a quiz over that tomorrow.